So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 26.
97 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Coming left is Kamara. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
2nd and 7.
Kamara up the middle. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
York able to send this one through.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
A man who joined the Panthers from the NFC champs, it's Miles Sanders.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The Panthers had 0-1 on the year here following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
It's a second down run with Sanders. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Hey, Green. Check, smash.
On play action, Young. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Carr to throw on second down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll get this to... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. 23 yards the pickup there.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. The busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 124 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Young. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have regained the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close, they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Xander Horvath, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And Shaheed going to go in motion.
into the red zone. It's Carr.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 21-17.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
They'll keep it on the ground again here.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone.
And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
2nd half will start with a run by Sanders. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Hey, check mega. Ready, go.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now.
And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is fielded at the 27. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 146 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Carr now to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Carr. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Working free to drop it for the sack there was Amari Barno.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Yellow, blue. Cluster, 6.
They go play action. Young forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Big stop, let's go.
Yellow.
Check, 48's the mark. Hey, watch the slant.
Young on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Young on 1st down. Being chased out left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Again, it's Young.
And once again, this is Sanders.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Young. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And Kamara's going to have a Saints first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They fake the handoff. Now Carr sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
White, yellow, go.
1st and 10, Young. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Down to about the 32.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a play fake. Carr, flush to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Now Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. try to pound it in. Kamara. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, Kamara. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They run. It's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. No hesitation on the decision to go on 4th and goal from the 1, and they punch it in.
And I do believe that field position factors in there too, because even if they don't get in, you're going to force the other guys to go the full 99 yards. So to me, a good calculated risk, which actually paid off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 80 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hey, Red.
Young now. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe it'll slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
2nd and 9. Olave motioning to the left.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Like 7. Watch the pass. 10 is the mark.
Now Carr. Pass incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Now Young steps away to his left. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Striker, 3-3. Striker, check striker.
Check 13. Check 13.
Striker, striker.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Hey, Green.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. You can't block.
Blue.
Young. Buying time to his left. Sanders has it over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Here's first down.
Steal, black.
Here's Young. Escaping the... And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Down, black, 95. Hey, Green.
Check in. Ricky.
Young to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Red, yellow. Zone red.
Now Young. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now 2nd and 4.
Blue, go. Clear, red. Ready.
Here's Young. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Yellow, blue. Check Fury.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Here's 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Again, it's Kamara. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short game. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Saints who are going to be in position to get the ball first as we are back underway and set for overtime. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen? Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4 and he got 4 on 3rd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They run it again with Kamara. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back Get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry. I'd stay with him.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. To throw his car. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Amari Barno, his 2nd sack of the night. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here comes the Saints punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting? We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. Here's Young from the shotgun. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
52 blaster.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Pause red.
Young here, you can see, changing the play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's flushed out left. He's got a man, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
It's Young off play action. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
56, Mike. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
To throw, Young.
56. Let's go.
Eluding the pressure right.
Let's go.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
43 rail.
Young will set to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted.
Anthony Averett picks it.
And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 23. Both offenses sputtering a little bit here in overtime, Charles, but give credit to the defenses and certainly credit to them on that last play. That is a huge interception.
I will absolutely do that. They deserve the credit because they forced a punt on the opening drive of overtime. You know no one wants to give up the ball in OT, and now you have them back out there knowing that it only takes a field goal to win this game. Big-time defensive plays being made.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome with the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.